Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back at Circuit Zolder for the GP layout, this time the Aston Martin Vantage GT4. So this is using the fixed, sprint fixed setup, everything is normal, and I think this lap is my fifth. So the full tank of fuel or semi-full tank of fuel, probably a little bit faster than qualifying, but not low fuel or anything like that. Right, let's start the lap. Okay, let's start the hot lap. So charging down the right-hand side in fifth gear. We're only going to drop down to fourth here. So it's a little on the brakes, trail off, keep it in fourth. Exit wide, back over to the left-hand side. Virtually the same turn again, just in reverse. Leaving it in fourth gear once again. Clipping this inside corner here. Exiting out wide. We're just going to do a very, very small dab on the brakes here. Dropping it down to fourth, getting on the gas. Exit wide, you can just touch the sand, that's fine. You don't want to go any further though, that's an X. Now to the first and the easiest of the three chicanes. We're going to drop it down to third. We're going to really clip both of those apexes. Now this is the trickiest chicane. So again, dropping it down to third, making sure we're cutting on the inside of both, getting on the gas. We need to exit out wide right into this rumble strip here so we can go flat through here. And now to the sort of mini hairpin, very slippy little corner this. It's the only time you drop it down to second in the whole lap. And then into the final chicane, again dropping it down to third gear, making sure we're going over these bumps on the inside. I got a bit of wheel spin on the way out of that, even in third gear. And over and across the line in a 1:34.527. Right, let's do the breakdown lap. Okay, breakdown lap. So as I say, we're coming down here in fifth, and our braking marker is just between this last Profit Clean sign on the right hand side and the State of Art Racing on the bridgey thing there. So we're going to brake up to about 70%, so you know, a good 2/3. We're going to hold it around there, drop it down to fourth, and then we're going to slowly trail off. So these cars really like to be balanced out, so no big sudden jerky movements. We're dropping it down to 0, and then just at the apex, we're getting back on the gas. As I say, leaving it in fourth gear. I did try third. Fourth definitely was more consistent. You can exit wide. That's absolutely fine. Our next braking marker. So we're sort of midway along this. As we come to it, you see the pit exit. It sort of comes out in a big bow, and it's sort of midway along that straight bit. And again, we're going to brake. It's very similar to the last corner, but only up to about 50%. And again, a long trail off, leaving it in fourth gear, making sure that we're on the gas nice and early, and then just feeling for that power. So we're on 100% as we come off the apex. A little bit of counter steer, just clipping this inside corner. And now it's this roadway on the left-hand side that you can see here. And as we get that, we're just going to brake up to about 45%, 50%. Again, very similar to the last corner. And we're going to trail it off and drop it down into fourth gear and try and get on the gas as early as possible once again, making sure you're clipping some of this inside. And now we're on 100%. Now you can, as I say, just touch this outside sand here without it being a problem. Braking marker for the first chicane here, turn 5, midway between the 100 and the red and white sort of markings on the walls here. And we're going to brake quite hard, up to about 90%. And then a long trail off, dropping it down to third gear. And we're wanting to clip this inside curbing. And then we're really going to attack this one on the right-hand side at 100% throttle. So as you can see, I'm getting back on the throttle before the first apex. And then I'm on 100% well ahead of the second apex. Just bump a little bit, but it's definitely faster than avoiding them. So this last braking marker, basically, as I come and I straighten up after this turn here, I'm going to brake up to, again, about 90%, very similar to the last one, wiping off all that speed in a straight line, trail it off, drop it down to third gear, and then we're wanting to give a little blast of gas here between the first and the second apex, coming back off the gas, a little dab of brakes just to sort the balance out and get that weight over the front tyres. And now we're trying to get back on 100% as early as possible. We're going to really cut this corner here, doing a little lift, and then get back onto 100%. We really want to be on this outside line. If you're on the outside line, then you can use the camber on the right-hand side of this turn coming up and just keep it floored. You really want to be using this inside line. Final braking marker just after the 100-meter sign. We're going to brake up to, nearly full here, wiping off all the speed, dropping it down from fourth to third to second, wanting to cut this inside line here, getting back on the gas as best as possible without the wheel spin, exiting nice and wide, using that rumble strip, clipping this corner, and then the same thing here. It's just after the 100-meter sign, or sort of between the 100-meter sign and this Bio Racer signage up ahead. And again, we're going to brake up to about 90% there or thereabouts, dropping it down to third gear, making sure that we're really clipping this inside corner. So I'm about as close as you can be to making use of it without getting the X. Little blip of gas, and then a little lift to get around this final corner, and then back on the gas again. And there we have it. So that's the breakdown lap. We have a lap coming up with the driving line on. For those of you that use it, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. As always, thanks for your support. I've been Sambo iRacing, and I'll see you guys in the week.